was terribly wrong with the world that we live in, but you couldn't figure out just what it was. Then you come to the right place. Secret societies, mystery religions, and the Illuminati have been controlling our reality since the beginning of time. But not anymore, because there is an awakening happening, and you are about to become a part of it. Wake up, because this is a call for an uprising.
Okay, good. Put the village behind her.
Give me some flames. What's some screaming?
Screaming's good.
Some sound of screaming.
Okay, we're gonna do it again, sweetie. What's her name? Stacy?
And this just in, a Newsbreak special report from the Albanian front in this video is attempting to escape terrorist reprisals in her village. America has seldom witnessed a more poignant picture of the human race than that which on
Fantastic. This is a call for an uprising. Welcome to today's show. Or should I just call it a call for something dramatic? And no, I'm not speaking of myself. I'm speaking of what the headlines are in the mainstream media, specifically this one on CNN, but it's actually all the mainstream media outlets are saying that we have to do something dramatic to protect the U.S. against the fourth wave. Tide's up, folks. Tubular. Unbelievable. They are claiming that a fourth wave is here. We are seeing California already with the mandate back. That didn't take long. I covered that a couple weeks ago in a video that got removed about variant factories and how humans, we're all variant factories, and how the masks were going to be back, and how they were pointing a finger here and there at people who were unjabbed being the reason for the increase. Yet they're telling people who have the jab to still wear a mask. They're telling people who are jabbed that they're not protected and are immune from the Delta. And the biggest problem seems to be, they'll tell you the biggest problem is misinfo. And again, this channel is not promoting medical information at all, or am I questioning the CDC or the WHO? Okay? I'm just telling you what the mainstream media is saying, showing you their narrative, and then we're discussing it here. Okay? So they're saying the biggest threat is indeed information getting out there, people who are uninformed, and then they come out with all these bullet points on how they need influencers, which I'll get to after I show you some of these clips. But in reality, the biggest problem is the people who are under the spell, and they're foregone and lost at this point. I've always had this channel trying to help, wake people up, and I still will continue to try. But the ones who have already gone and gotten the jab, for the most part, there are a few who are reluctant and upset that they went and did it. But the ones who are defending it are the real problem in the world, because they've already gone and gotten it. And these people are so dumb that they sit there and they literally don't even realize that they're telling them that they're not immune, that they need more. And they're just going, okay, I'll take more. Okay, I have no thinking skills whatsoever. Tell me more, big brother. Let me drink that Kool-Aid right up. I'll slurp it with a straw. And those people are the problem, because they're the ones who are literally calling for mandates on all of the people in all of the countries, because they want everyone to be just like them, dumb and brainless.
Here in the U.S., new cases heading in the wrong direction at an alarming rate. Cases now on the rise in at least 45 states, the Delta variant, of course, driving much of this. Moments ago in California, in L.A. County, where cases and hospitalizations are rising significantly, they have just revealed they will reimpose the mask mandate indoors, and the dire warning just today from the nation's Surgeon General about what he called the urgent threat of health misinformation, myths and untruths about the vaccine. He says putting American lives at risk. The Surgeon General, Dr. Vivek Murthy, saying false information on social media and elsewhere is sowing mistrust across the country. The concern growing for children younger than 12 who aren't yet eligible for vaccine. Tonight in Utah, for one, they're investigating cases linked to 10 different summer camps in just 1 week. Here in New York City tonight, this evening's Yankees game against the Red Sox has now been postponed after news on the virus and 2 pitchers. And of course, that news from California moments ago, LA County saying they will return to that mask mandate indoors. because of the numbers they're seeing there.
Tonight, the spike in new coronavirus cases across much of this country, fueled by the Delta variant. The CDC says cases are on the rise in at least 45 states. The U.S. back to an average of 1,000 new cases reported every hour. Late today, the mask mandate returning for Los Angeles County. And all of this comes as the new Surgeon General issues his first official advisory.
Today, we live in a world where misinformation poses an imminent and insidious threat to our nation's health. Each of us has the power and the responsibility to make a difference in this fight. Lives are dependent on it.
This as the nation grapples with the surging Delta variant, now considered more contagious than the previous known variant. But how worried are you about the start of the school year just weeks away?
With the Delta variant coming on, there is some worry about when school starts and how this will shape up.
And tonight, the NFL Network's Rich Eisen trying to get the word out to get your vaccine. On Instagram, he has tested positive despite being fully vaccinated, saying doctors have told him it could have been much worse without the vaccine. Adding, every healthcare professional I've come across in the last few days tell me the 2 shots of Pfizer I got in February are what's keeping a 52-year-old like me from a far worse experience than the awful one I'm having. So be careful if you're back, and if you're not back, don't wait another second.
So this is what are the key things you take out of hearing that? Well, number one, obviously, you hear the mentioning of children. At 12 and under, we have to do something about 12 and under. We have to do something about 12 and under. Of course, the constant narrative of a threat being people were giving out info that's not reliable, because of course they can only deem what doctors are reliable and what ones aren't. Many channels, and I am not one of the channels who has done this for many reasons, because one, you're just going to get an auto strike. But of course, the people who have put doctors and people who, are medical experts on their channels, hat tip to them for doing it. I mean, nobody even wants to talk to me anyway. I don't know why. People are afraid I'm going to bite. But, the mainstream media, YouTube, all these people, they're dictating what doctors are credible and what ones aren't. And any doctors who come out and say anything negative about it, they call them quacks. They call them...
There's an arms race going on. The weapon in his land. Fight us humans.
I'm gonna stop you.
Dr. Vinny Boombox. Oh, our doctor's better than your doctor. Oh, your doctor who happened to go to this university and is a member of this secret society, fraternity, right? You see in that video there, the clip of this guy, I guarantee 99% of you don't even know who he is, but Rich Eisen, he was a big sports anchor at ESPN. Now he's like the face of the NFL network. Point being is that, you hear him, oh, he got it. Oh, he got sick again. But this is the new narrative. It could be way, way worse. Something really bad could have happened to him if he hadn't gotten it. Holy crap, my mind is exploding. Well, let's just take a quick look at him, because this is how the whole operation works. They tap these people on the shoulder, and they do what they're supposed to do, which is post these things. Look, if you're dying and you're really sick from this, and this is all going on, I don't think the first thing you're doing is putting a tweet up, and then the mainstream media telling you how we need influencers to come forward. Oh, yeah, there's no controlling going on there. But anyway, you look this guy up. It says it right in his profile on Wiki, which, it just shows you they're not even hiding this stuff. Pi Kappa, an American Greek letter, secret and social fraternity. Oh, there's that word secret. And they got the pentagrams and the logo. And this is another one of the problems that we have in today's world with the dumbed down, is that they've seen Animal House and they've seen Van Wilder, or whatever these movies are, American Pie, and their whole depiction of a fraternity is guys doing keg stands, acting crazy and like lunatics. Think of the stereotype that goes with fraternities. So thus, when they hear fraternity, they just think, oh, this guy was a partier in college. These secret societies even openly admit, look, the Phi Kappa's mission statement is to create an uncommon and lifelong brotherhood that develops leaders and encourages service to others for the betterment of our communities. Oh, that might sound really wonderful, right? Someone hears that, oh, yeah, that sounds okay. They're developing leaders and encouraging. This is the order, the calling card for all these secret societies, including Freemasonry. Oh, to make good men better, right? Because they're all secret societies. These are all the people who are networking in these positions, and then they're the ones who come out with the news stories and influence you. And the easiest thing, if you want to tell somebody in your family or close one to you how to, to wake up, look at the video I did yesterday about the story in Vegas. There's so many things you can ask questions about, including, oh, he took his mask off, he got sick, but he was jabbed multiple times. Then he went and got a booster. They didn't even say the booster was readily available for people yet. So he went and got that. Plus, after all this stuff happens to him, after a Vegas vacation, a long drive, his family getting sick, he's suddenly on the news. Did he call ABC? Does anyone have the phone number to get on the air immediately to report these stories? Is this the first thing you're thinking of after you get sick or something happens to you? Is I got to get on the news to tell my story? He could have just posted it on his social media account. Oh, is that what he did? And then ABC contacted him because ABC's looking, and they're, oh, let's find a story to do for tonight. Oh, sure. You see, the naive don't think. They don't use their brains. And then when the brain has to think too much, they roll their eyes and say, who cares? I'm going to get back to playing my little video game on my phone. Because their brains don't process. This is all created, manipulated, and put there for a purpose. Now, this is something I want to point out real quick. Because this headline on the ABC article is talking about what's fueling the hesitancy in young adults. And they show all the the states, the percentages, which I've shown, which I'm going to have to do another video on. If you haven't seen my video on the updates, weekly updates, these weeks are flying by. It's already a week since I did the last one. But I mean, it feels like it's Friday every day almost. Time is speeding up, and that means the end is really, really near. And I'm not just saying for me because I'm an old man. I'm saying because time's speeding up. The end times are here indeed. You're living through it. They're showing you the tracker here, and they show you the ages and the populations, and of course we have the elderly who have gone and got it, and you know, the 50, 40-year-olds, 60-year-olds, they're all doomed. They got their tickers already on, and then they show you the hesitant of the youth, and that's, you know, let's hope that that some of the youth that listen to this channel are going to be leaders in the future and try to do whatever they can to wake people up, because we're counting on you. Soldiers for Christ. But this is right here. This is just unbelievable. How they need more influencers. And I mean, are they going to, they don't admit, right? They're like, oh, they're just, all the celebrities, like, they act like they're, posting this stuff because they just want to post it and share it. They all are told to do this stuff. This is how, this is the reason for the secret meetings and the secret discussions that they have. They, give the orders and tell you what you got to do, and their handlers, control them and pass down the info that they're supposed to say. So just posting pictures of them with their cards and telling everyone why they need to do it. And when they need somebody to suddenly not feel good, they go and they do it. And they tell them it's for the betterment of the brotherhood and getting everything advanced. And that's one of the things people like. They think they're like, oh, Carl, how could you, like some guy, some baseball player is just going to say that they have it, and you don't think that they say, look, by you doing this, you're influencing those who don't have it, and it's a good thing. You're really helping people. So go ahead and post it on there on your Instagram account. Like the Yankees and Red Sox just suddenly canceled after they played an all-star game 2 days ago. Oh, yeah, the best player just happens to be a guy who has it. All this stuff just happening. Boom, just like that. Boom, right after the fourth. Boom, boom. Right? But anyway, this says trusted influencers are needed. This is a way to combat misinfo. And again, you got to feel for, people out there who fall for this stuff. Now, I covered the black community out there and how they put, I don't even know, the guy who backed that thing up. I don't even know his name off the top of my head while I'm ranting here. But I mean, just how disrespectful that was to the black community, like that they're going to be influenced by some 90s rapper at one hit who was a laughing stock. And, you're going to have to do better. What are you going to roll out next? What are you going to roll out for the white community? You going to give us Rosie O'Donnell? Maybe give us Hannah. I mean, what are you going to give us? I'm so influenced, They thought that was going to work. Meanwhile, the black community spat at it and were beyond insulted by how ridiculous the video was with the stereotypes and everything else. But that's where, for those of you who, feel like you see this stuff going on in the world and, you feel the racism and all that stuff, well, just remember who's doing it.
The Suicide Squad in theaters on HBO Max.
It's Big Brother who's passing it through, who's creating stereotypes, who's putting it on the TV, who's pushing the narrative. They're the ones doing it, not your next door neighbor, not me, them. They're the ones doing it. So they're saying they need trusted influencers. Through its research, they say Community Jab has seen that in black communities in rural Alabama, grandparents are the ones advocating for their grandchildren to get it. Meanwhile, in Hispanic Latino communities in rural Idaho, the younger generation is helping grandparents get the jab. Different age groups have different levels of influence. They go on to say they also are pretty much hinting that people of let's just say, prestige and wealth and power. You know, the LeBron Jameses, the Kim Kardashians of the world need to step up too, because they haven't done enough. Because just posting them getting it and us supposed, you know, we're supposed to be believing that they're putting something in them, it's just not enough. They said a majority of patients in California have come in based on referrals, most of which were from people who had gotten it already after realizing they started programs out. The jab is tripling is what it was called, based on a political organization's concept of vote. I don't even know what that means. Look, long story short here, you can see the narratives, right? Let's run through them with a fine comb. They need more social influencers. They need to be able to get something for the 12 and under group. They want people to be prepared. This is how they prepare. The people on the fringe, the ones they might be concerned about, 18 to 29, there aren't enough stories to scare them into getting it because they feel young and they feel like nothing can happen to them. So they need to make stories about what's going to get them to go, right? They need to come to your door. They need to influence the parents who are on the fringe to make sure they're getting it for their kids. This is what you're seeing go on. Now, it's beyond frustrating at this point because obviously we've all said it, and still the naysayers think that, you know, still don't believe any of us and think we're all crazy. We've been saying it for years before this thing even happened, talking about Event 201, talking about all of it. The flu shot, the Golden Globes. Remember the video I did? The Golden Globes that are running around jabbing people? Unbelievable, right? Now looking at it 3 years later, it's hilarious and nobody sees anything. And, you know, the actors going up getting awards saying that this is the last award show that you're going to be. And Obama talking about the end of the republic. Remember all those videos I did? Mm-hmm. And look where we are now, right? Taking away the right to speak, free speech, who can say what, why they can say it, who's deemed this. I mean, honestly, this whole thing that's been going on, I feel like, you know, if you want my honest opinion, I feel like they're really screwing up in a sense. I feel like they are really testing the waters. Because if the one thing they don't want is any, you know, type of deal to go down with people who are anti, they're really pushing it. And I'm not talking about me specific. I mean, I'm talking about everyone. I think that they at this point are rushing it in. They should be thrilled with the numbers that they have, and they should back off. But they're not. And like I said, they get greedy, they get cocky, they have a younger group of people who are now calling the shots. The older ones, like the Kissingers and stuff, aren't necessarily as powerful as they used to be, even though, you know, they're still here. But I mean, their influence is still there. They want to see this before, you know, it's their time to, you know, as they say, go into another body, or their souls to, you know, the ritual exit that they do. A lot of these young guys who are pushing the gas here they're making a mistake, so they better be careful. They think that, we're just going to roll through it because they have all these people on the front lines who are defending them, doing their dirty work, like the LZQT, those communities that are taking away free speech and are helping with this whole process of banning people from speaking, because the only ones who seem to be on the front lines defending the jab are the same people who are, you know, confused, very confused about their genders and things like that. So this is just what we have going on, folks. I mean, it's, you know, masks are back. What's next? Masks are back. I mean, things are becoming mandatory in the UK. They're talking about that becoming mandatory here. You know, not being able to ride a bus. We obviously know you can't fly without having proof of a negative test and things like that. Outside the country, that will be. Within the country, borders on states is going to be the next thing. I'm telling you, bubbles, you know, certain states will be completely, you know, condemned off, shut down, locked down because of the numbers. And people just go with it because they're not seeing enough from people that makes them. People just wanted to get back, you know, to going to the beach and stuff. Now they gave them a taste. It's July, the middle of the summer, and they're going, we need masks and stuff. They're getting those people mad. So those people, instead of being mad at Big Brother, are turning on me and you, and they're going, because you guys didn't do it, now this is what we have to deal with. Instead of going, well, wait, I've already got it, I should be immune. Why am I, you know, affected by it? Why do I got to wear a mask? No. Their Big Brother tells them to come after us, and because the numbers don't hit this number that they want, nobody goes, why does it have to be that number? Well, it has to be that number because there's a specific number of 500 million that they're gunning for. That's why. Pretty easy to figure out if you have a brain, but unfortunately, most people don't. So this is going to continue on. I'll continue covering it. Obviously, videos are going to come and go as far as getting taken down, and I can't do anything about it. I've done everything I can to suppress certain words, things like that. I have a mass community of flamers who flag my videos. All of them are Hershey, just enjoy life on the highway of Hershey. completely clueless, brain dead. So while they flag it, they think that they're going to do something. Nothing's happening. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm not getting blocked IP or anything like that. Just not happening. I still have my older channels, even though they're demonetized and shadow banned. So I don't even have a ban on here, so I don't know what they actually think they're doing. But nonetheless, when videos come and videos go, just make sure you're subbed to all my channels. I have them in my channel section. I have them in the description box. I'm building out more. You could even go over to the Kitten channel, get those subs up to make the numbers up there so you can find me on a daily basis, as well as the other channel you see on the screen. I'm going to build another one out.
So now we're able to still connect with our community. We can still support our
I'm going to have like 10 ready to go. So the information get out there every day because time is just running out. We're running out, literally, of time. I mean, everybody's feeling how fast time is going by, and all you got to do is just look around, at the mindlessness of our society and what people are willing to accept and take and do. And, I mean, the numbers in the hospitals. I mean, is anyone seeing this? Every single person who's from any of these areas is on my website or I see on the internet, on forums, on my forum. Nothing. There's nothing going on. I go by with my local places, nothing. There hasn't been in 2 years. There's been nothing. There's nothing now. And it's in gamer land, right? It's like playing a video game. Oh, this is what the plot is. Oh, okay, I'm going to cruise along, whatever they're here. Sure, that's what's happening. I don't need to see it with my own eyes, because nobody needs to see anything with their own eyes anymore. Big Brother's the eyes for them, and that's why their symbol is the eye. They're the all-seeing eye showing you it. And, of course, the all-seeing eye of Lucifer. But their information and knowledge is coming from a box that they trust. They don't think that there's people that do believe, there's really bad people in this world. They think it's us. Meanwhile, the people who wield the power, the money, and want to control the resources and everything else. And, of course, the spiritual warfare that has to do with everything that nobody believes is going on. Couldn't be more obvious. Couldn't be more easy to see. But there's too many people who are asleep at the wheel. And they're driving off the cliff. And all we can do is just try to save as many as we can. But a lot of them are already have driven off the cliff without even putting their foot on the gas yet. They didn't even realize it because they've gone and willingly taken a magic potion. So, unbelievable what's going on. Make sure you sub to my other channels. Make sure you join the website at callfornuprising.com if you haven't. I want to thank the Patreons and thank you guys out there. I'll continue on best I can. It's getting frustrating though. These people got a lot of nerve. A lot of nerve. But just, as long as we're awake as watchmen and we're seeing this stuff go down, they're going to make slip-ups. They make mistakes, even though they control the game. We have to capitalize on the mistakes that they're making. This is a huge mistake what they're making here. This could lead to potential. Potential. Let's just leave it at that. This could lead to something as far as pushback. So we'll see how far they think that they're going to push. Obviously, the mindless, they're depending on the mindless zombies out there to protect them on the front lines. But those are the type of people we can literally run over with a pinky. So those don't matter. So anyway, folks, that's what's going on. I thank you for listening to today's show. God bless all of you and your families.